What I find is that chess is a lot like life. You know, I mean, you can make one move that hurts you in the long run. You know, it seems like the right move right now, but if you haven't thought about your second or third move, you know, it can penalize you.
That's a great way to put it, too.
In due time.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It helps me think quicker, in a sense, because it's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do, and I'm trying to anticipate what he's going to do, too. So I'm thinking, like, for my next move and the move after that. So, you know, sometimes, like, chess, like I said, it's strategic. So sometimes you send, like, you might make a move for, you know, to try to trick somebody, try to bait them into something that you may want them to do. Like right there, I just try to bait him right there.
Yeah, so he almost got me. Well, he didn't almost get me, but I saw what he was doing.
Yeah, he seen me, he seen it.
Yeah. You know, I always thought of myself as having an aggressive patience when I ran. I'm a very aggressive guy, and when I knew that there wasn't anything or another yard that I was going to get, I would run with a whole lot of aggression. But as long as I thought that there was some opportunity for something better, that's when I knew how to be as patient as possible. You know, more patient than most.
I remember I was just young. I don't know how old I was, but I was just kind of watching the game. I just remember watching him run. I remember he used to have his hand on the lineman's back. So I just remember thinking, like, oh, I want to do that. Curtis Martin doing it. When I put my hand on the lineman's back, it naturally, over the course of my career playing football, I just started learning, like, oh, that's what he was doing. Yeah. He's setting up his blocks. He's waiting for his lineman to get to his guy, and he's playing cat and mouse with the guy behind him. That's why when everybody was telling me, like, you play chess, I'm like, it makes sense because it's literally what you're doing. You're like, You're not really running. Don't get me wrong. I'm an athletic guy. You're an athletic guy. But we didn't depend, I don't really, on my athletic ability to make plays. I depend on my mind.
And Le'Veon, I think, he's taken that to a whole nother level. His patience and his vision when he runs is just incredible. I wish I had his ability when I was playing, because if I had his ability, I would have gotten the Hall of Fame probably after year 7, year 8. That type of ability.
I appreciate that.
You know, I'm not trying to, you know, tell you anything that you probably don't know, but I'll tell you this. With the way you are and the ability that you have, like, you can own New York. At the height of my career, you know, I just go into restaurants and the whole restaurant is just saying J-E-T-S. I mean, it's like anywhere I went, everything is just available to you. One of the things that I think is important is how you utilize that. Always think that a man is tested not when he's the underdog, but when he's the overdog. You know what I mean? When he's the man. Because when things are going in your favor and everything is at your fingertip, now how are you going to use that power?
Passion's non-negotiable. You have to love this game.
Fight! Fight to everyone! It's always about just the relentless, tough guys that just will never say die.
Guys that hate to lose almost more than they love to win.
I think it's just a story that's going to be written, man.
One of the things that New York taught me was to just stay humble, because, you know, New York is a city where you can have a whole lot of flair about you, and it's cool, and they'll love you for it. But when things go bad, depending upon the way you've had that flair, it's going to determine a whole lot on the way they judge you from there on. Now, a huge part of being a professional athlete is just being able to block all of that out. There's 3 things. You know, if I had an enemy that I wanted to destroy, I'd give him 3 things. I'd give him all the money, the fame, and the power that I could. Then I'd sit back and I'd just watch him destroy himself. You know what I mean? Because a lot of those things, especially, and I'm sure you're learning this now, the more you get, the more comes along with that.
In New York City, everything is bigger. The skyscrapers, taller. The lights, brighter. The noise,
For the Jets, it's going to have to be Le'Veon Bell.
louder. After signing with the Jets in 1998, Curtis Martin took the city by storm on his way to 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons, the 2004 rushing title, and ultimately the Hall of Fame. He was a key piece in powering the franchise to 12 wins in the AFC Championship game in his first season with the Green and White. 21 years later, the Jets' new workhorse is ready to write his own chapter on America's biggest stage.
Just be ready. Big things coming. Big things coming, man. It was literally like a new slate, new start over, just new teammates, new coaches, and getting an opportunity to be with you, and it's a blessing for me, I know at the end of the day what I'm capable of and what I can do, and I embrace it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made this move knowing everything, what could happen or what could not happen, because that's what I wanted, and I'm happy with what I did.
Hey, you see, do I got juice today or what? Huh? I got crazy juice today, don't I? You got a little something. What? A little something? A lot of something today. A lot of something. That sun ain't beating on me today. Just watch how I look in practice. Let's find a way to be great today. Woo! Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sammy. My little two in real quick. Ooh. Oh. Remember, you're going against a backer, bro. I'm about to kill. Gotta kill the backer. Give me some sauce. That's what I'm saying. If I'm not killing the backer, just don't throw me the ball.
A 2-time first-team All-Pro, Bell was an offensive force in his first 5 seasons with the Steelers. He's a transformative back that can play all over the field.
Le'Veon is equivalent to a good wide receiver in the NFL. You take a starting receiver and you couple that with one of the most talented running backs, in the NFL. I think you have such a combination that is so beneficial to a young quarterback, because running backs are always that option when you don't have any options.
After sitting out the 2018 season before signing with the Jets, Bell is ready to prove he's still one of the NFL's most dominant players.
I think my best football is going to come when I'm really into the game, like years down the line. I think I'm going to be better this year than I was 3-4 years ago. And I think, in 3 years, I'm going to be better than I am this year, because of the fact that I'm able to learn and adapt.
I see a young guy who's maturing and who's growing into his own in a different way, and it seems like a good way.
Every time I get the ball, I'm really trying to think, how am I trying to get better, like each and every rep. I don't take football for granted at all. I want to play at a high level for as many years as I'm playing it. I want to play at the highest level I possibly can.
Hands up.
I'm excited about the whole situation, the whole scenario, being in New York, playing in front of New York fans. I understand. Nobody's more excited than me. Nobody's more ready than I am. My family and friends, the fam, the fans, the coaches, everybody ready to see me, but I'm way more ready to show people than what people are ready to see.
I think that he has the ability to be one of the best running backs ever. You're not going to find too many guys in the history of the NFL who are more just gifted than he is.
I'm coming, I'm ready. It's going to be a fun year, and I want people to, really be ready for what I'm about to bring, because I know a lot of people kind of looking at me and counting on me. I'm not, one to let people down.
Adam said today that he can't wait to see you on Sundays. And I know we've talked to you about this as the summer's gone on, but as we get closer, are you feeling it a little bit? Are you getting it?
I am. I mean, each and every week, man, when I'm out there watching the guys play, and I'm just watching the offense play, I just be thinking, man, I just can't wait. I really hate watching Sam play. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be in there with him, because, I I just want to be in there just because I know how special he is, you know, and I want to play with that.
Hey, that was a bad pitch. Hey, Le'Veon, I'll be here. You won't have to catch it. Omaha, set! Hey, that'll be on your back shoulder. Because you're going to be on your back shoulder so you can go right up that sidewalk.
A year ago, Sam Darnold was working to secure the starting quarterback job. Today, he's singing a different tune.
Oh, it's my jam! Omaha, set! What do you hit? What do you hit? Let's go, baby! Woo-hoo-hoo!
It's been a red-hot summer for Darnold, who has taken command of the new-look offense. He has the hallways of One Jets Drive buzzing.
When I see a really special player that I think that's a game changer, he can be a franchise player for a long time, I'm like, that's a dude. I walked out there our first day of OTA, so I'm throwing the ball, I'm like, this is a dude right here. I haven't been around a dude like that much in my coaching career. He's a dude. He can make all the throws. His arm is unbelievable, and the thing that I love about him, he is deadly accurate. Man, I'm just so excited about his growth and where he can go in his career.
Yeah, the throw to Quincy, I don't know if I've seen many that were better in my career. I mean, he put it in the one spot that, I mean, it was a very tight throw, and it was very accurate.
Darnold has the time and delivers.
It's so much different because it's like, oh, I didn't even know this about him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't know Sam could do this. Like, that's impressive, you know?
He knows the responsibility that he has. Watching him in college at SC, you know, I said, wow, look, this kid's good. You know, he can move around, he can throw. And now we see what he's bringing. He gets it.
It's just fun, man. Coming out here every single day and practicing. I mean, we get to play football, you know, for a living. It doesn't really get much better than that. All I know is, you know, when the time comes, you know, people are going to realize, you know, what we're made of after the first couple weeks, and I'm just looking forward to getting after it this year.
Preseason game number 3 means a final dress rehearsal for the starters. For others, it's another opportunity to state their case to be on the 53. No matter the motivation, the Jets are looking to make a strong impression in front of their home crowd.
They want to keep that rhythm going, and they want to keep Sam Darnold as sharp as possible, as this will be the last time we will see him before the games count for real.
We're underway. Preseason game number 3.
And a good test for the Jet defense tonight, Marty, because they're going to go up against one of, if not maybe the best rounded out passing attack in the National Football League.
Brees, floater, wide open down the sideline, Kamara, and he's out of bounds. Perfect touch by Drew Brees. Out of the gun, Brees pulls the trigger, looking for it all. End zone, it's hauled in, touchdown. Terrific grab by Thomas.
Marty, it is really good to see Marcus May get into some preseason action. You've got exactly the safety combination that you want back there with Jamal Adams and Marcus May.
Bridgewater, play fake. Puts it on the line, and getting stamped is Dwayne Washington. Jamal Adams with the stick, but Washington secures it.
If you don't catch the ball clean, your eyes don't go onto the defender, and a guy like Jamal Adams is going to make you pay for it right there. Oh, my goodness.
After flying out of the gates in their first 2 preseason games, the Jets offense struggled to get off the ground against the Saints.
And the Jets will start deep in their own end as they bring their starting offense on the field for the first time.
Montgomery battles with a run inside. Saints have the football. Montgomery coughed it up. The Jets' first-team offense here tonight. Not a whole lot that'll show up on film for New York.
Jets got to get back to that tempo that they had in the first 2 preseason games as they get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Slant right, caught by Crowder, fights off a tackler at the 15. Darnold, well protected, throws a bomb down the left sideline for Robbie Anderson, drops it in. Robbie Anderson makes the catch. Floats one left for Montgomery, drops it in on the wheel route, and Montgomery's into the end zone with the Jets touchdown. Beautiful touch throw from Sam Darnold. The clock goes to all zeros, so the Jets lose at 28-13 to the Saints here in week 3 of the preseason.
Good luck to you, man. Yeah, been a good camp? Yeah, you guys been good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, man. Yeah, great. Yeah, plug on, man. Yeah, it's fun to see you always. Thank you, man.
You know, there's a lot of sloppy plays, some sloppy play there in the first quarter. Obviously in the second quarter we came back strong, and I thought we put together a couple good drives. Obviously that one really good drive, but some things we've got to clean up for sure.
His ability to really control the line of scrimmage, know what adjustments to make when he needs to make them. You know, it doesn't always have to be in the play call. You know, he has a lot of freedom at the line of scrimmage, and he's starting to get to the point where he's really comfortable with doing those type of things and getting in and out of certain plays. So I think every day that we get to do something, and he has 1 or 2 of those a day, that's beneficial to him.
It's hard not to get excited about the competition and the energy that's going on every day. Adam's done such a great job with this team. I mean, I think our daily schedule's been unbelievable. All these guys in every position group, I mean, every day they've been challenged, they've been pushed, they've pushed themselves. Our front 7 jumps out to me. I mean, and Coach Williams has done a phenomenal job with this group. Really, our entire defense is just flying around. They compete every snap. And how Greg challenges them has been fun to watch. I'm really excited about the way our offensive line has developed. Of course, I start with the fronts. The offensive line has done a great job through camp. They've really established a mindset and a mentality, and Coach Pollock's done a great job with that group. I tell you, one of the things that impresses me the most about Sam is his ability to make plays when the play is off schedule, and when he has to escape the pocket, when he has to climb the pocket and improvise. I've been really impressed with him. You know, he's a gamer, man, and you know, some of the throws that he can make, you know, when his feet aren't properly set, he's on the move. Those are some of the things that have really impressed me about Sam. The cutdowns it's a tough weekend because these guys, I mean, they've put on the line every day for the last really March when they came back for the start of OTAs, and so it's one of the toughest days of the year. You have to, you know, get the team down to 53. Just because the cutdown day is next weekend, I mean, that doesn't mean the roster stays the same. You know, we're always going to be looking for opportunities. A pick is just a pick until it becomes a player. You're weighing, you know, the future versus the present, the right now. The known commodity that is the NFL, the player that's currently in the NFL, because it's not apples to oranges. It's you're comparing apples to apples. We're trying to stay where our feet are every day, but you always have Buffalo on the horizon. We're also excited to get to week 1 and really show the fans, really show the rest of the league that we're a team to be reckoned with this year. And I know Adam feels the same way. And I know the guys are chomping at the bit to get going.
On the next One Jets Drive.
His intangibles as a player are phenomenal. He does it as well as about anybody we've ever coached.
He is a culture changer. He's a young man you want in your locker room. He's a young man you want in your building.
He's always quiet, but don't mess with him.